Today, I'm going to show you how to turn this scrambled Rubik's Cube into a solved one. The Rubik's Cube is the world's most popular puzzle. 1 out of 5 people in the world have attempted to solve one, but very few are successful. Today, I'm going to show you how to solve the Rubik's Cube. In making this tutorial, I have tried to make it as easy to understand as possible. I have also designed it so that if you eventually decide you want to get faster at solving the cube, it is very easy to transition into more advanced methods. With that said, let's get started. If you just have a scrambled Rubik's Cube somewhere in your house and you want it to be solved but without learning how to solve it, I'll put a link in the description box to rubiksolve.com. It's a pretty cool website where you just put in the colors that your cube has and it'll give you step-by-step instructions on how to solve it. The first step in solving a Rubik's Cube is getting familiar with the cube and its pieces. One important thing to remember is that when solving the cube, you don't solve stickers, you solve pieces. Here's what I mean. Many people who don't know how to solve a cube see this and say, that's a yellow piece, that's a green piece, and that's an orange piece. What they don't realize is that all 3 of those stickers are on the same piece. You can see this for yourself if you take apart your cube. All 3 of the stickers are on the same piece. It is very important to get out of the mindset of stickers and into the mindset of pieces. A cube has 3 types of pieces. This is a corner piece, which has 3 colors on it. The corner pieces are always on the corners of the cube. There are 8 corner pieces because there are 8 corners on a cube. There are also edge pieces which have 2 colors on them. The edge pieces are always on the edges of a cube. There are 12 edge pieces on a cube. The edges are always in between 2 center pieces. These are the center pieces. They only have 1 color on them. The center pieces are always on the center of each face. The center pieces tell you what color that side should be. For example, on this scrambled cube, I know that this side will be the yellow side when it's solved, because this is the yellow center. This will be the green side, and this will be the orange side. Because of this, you don't need to solve the centers, because they are already on their correct side. This brings the number of pieces you actually need to solve down to 20. Here is a quick introduction to the colors your cube should have. Most cubes have the standard color scheme on them. In this color scheme, the yellow side is opposite the white side. The green side is opposite the blue side, and the orange side is opposite the red side. Also, the colors red, white, and blue go clockwise. There is one term you should be familiar with before tackling the cube. That is algorithm. An algorithm is a sequence of moves that has a desired effect on the cube. The most important thing about algorithms is that you don't need to understand how they do what they do. All you need to know is what the algorithm does to the cube. We will use algorithms to solve most of the cube. To write down algorithms, we use a notation system. Each face has a letter. This is the U face, or up face. This is D, or down. This is R for right. This is L for left. This is F for front, and this is B for back. A single letter means a clockwise 90-degree turn on that face. For example, U means a clockwise 90-degree turn on the up face, like this. A letter with an apostrophe after it signifies a counterclockwise 90-degree turn. For example, U prime means a counterclockwise 90-degree turn on the up face, like this. This is R. This is R prime. This is D. This is D prime. This is B. And this is B prime. If you see a letter with a 2 after it, that means a 180-degree turn. a U2 would be this. We are almost ready to begin. Before we start, here's a quick breakdown on how we will solve the cube. We will solve one layer at a time. First, we will solve 4 edges to make a cross on one of the sides. Then, we will solve these 4 corners. That will complete the first layer. After that, we will solve these 4 edges in the middle layer. That will complete 2 layers. For the last layer, there are 4 steps. The first step is getting a cross on the top face. The next step is making sure these 4 corners have yellow on top. That will complete the yellow face. After that, we'll make sure that the yellow corners are in the correct position, like this. And the last step is making sure all of the edges are in their correct position. After that, we will have a solved cube. The first step is solving the cross. We will split this step into 2 sub-steps. The first step will be getting all 4 cross edges on the opposite side of where we want them to be. Here, white is the color we are making our cross on, and all 4 white cross edges are on the yellow side, which is opposite of where we want them to be. The second step will be bringing those 4 edges down into the cross. For this step, we will hold our cross color on the bottom. I recommend using white as a cross color because it is the easiest to distinguish from the other colors. It will also make following this tutorial a lot easier. Let's begin. There are 5 cases you might have when trying to complete the first step of the cross. The first case is this. A cross edge is already on the yellow side. This means we are done with this edge and we can move on to the other 3 cross edges. The second case you might have is this. A cross edge is in the middle layer, like this and this. This is a very easy case. You just turn this face once to get the white part on top. You do the exact same thing for this one, except if you turn this face, white will not be on top, blue will be. To get white on top, turn this face once. One thing you have to watch out for is not kicking out already solved cross edges. In this case, if I bring this edge to the top, I kick out this already solved one. I have to make sure that no solved edge will be kicked out. To do this, I will turn the top face like this. Now, no solved cross edge will be disturbed when I bring this piece up. The third case is this. A cross edge is in the bottom layer and white is facing down. This is also a very easy case. You just need to turn this face 180 degrees to get the white part on top. Again, you need to make sure that there is not a solved cross edge over here. If there is one, it will get kicked out. Remember to turn the top layer so that you don't have a solved one over here. This is the fourth case. A cross edge is already on the top layer, but white is not facing up. To solve this case, simply twist the front face once in either direction. Now, you simply have case number 2. Remember to make sure that nothing already solved gets kicked out. This is the fifth and final case. A cross edge is on the bottom, just like case 3. But this time, white is not on the bottom. Here, white is on the bottom. Here, white is not on the bottom. You solve this case similar to case 4. First, make sure no solved cross edge is on top of this edge. like this. This would not work. Then, turn the front face once in either direction. Now you have case number 2. Here's a recap of step 1A. All you do is find a crossedge, identify which case it is, and then solve it accordingly. Here's a quick example solve of this step. So white is our cross color, so we hold it on the bottom. Now we look for a white crossedge. Here's one. This is case number 2, so we turn it like this, and it's solved. Now we look for one more. Here's another. White is on the bottom, and this is on the bottom layer. So this is case number 3. Make sure nothing is over here, nothing is over here, and now turn this 180 degrees. Now you're done with 2. Find another cross edge. Here's one right here. This is case number 5, because it is on the bottom layer and white is not on the bottom. Make sure nothing is on top. Something is on top, so we turn it like this. Now nothing's on top, and then turn the front face once, and then now we have case 2. Make sure no solved edge is over here, and bring it up. And now we look for the last cross edge, and it's right here. This is simply case number 2. So we make sure nothing is over here, nothing is over here now, and we bring this to the top. And now we're done with the first step of the cross. The second part of getting the cross is very simple. First, choose a cross edge. Next, turn the top layer until it is aligned with the center, like this. Then hold it like this and turn the front face twice. Now this is solved. Now just repeat this for the remaining 3 edges. Here's one. Turn the top layer until it aligns with the center, like this, and then turn the front face twice. Here's another one. Turn the top layer until it aligns, like this, hold it like this, and turn the front face twice. And now the last one. This is already aligned with the center, so just hold it like this and turn the front face twice. And now your cross is complete. The next step is completing the first layer by inserting these 4 corners. To do this, we will need our first algorithm. The algorithm is very short and very simple. It is R, U, R prime, U prime. This algorithm will come up again in many future algorithms. To insert these corners, first locate a corner on the top layer that has white on it, like this one. Then look at the other 2 colors on this piece. In this case, they're blue and orange. Now turn the top layer until the corner is in between those 2 centerpieces, like this. Blue and orange, this piece is now in between the blue and orange centers. Now hold it like this and apply the algorithm. R, U, R prime, U prime. If the corner doesn't get solved, keep doing the algorithm until it does get solved. Still not solved, so I'll do it one more time. And it's solved. The most you will have to do this algorithm is 5 times. If you have to do it more than 5 times, you messed up somewhere. Now repeat this for the remaining corners. Here's one, it's orange and green, and here's orange, here's green, so it's already in between the 2 centers. Now hold it like this and do R, U, R prime, U prime. It's not solved. R, U, R prime, U prime. It's not solved. It's still over here. R, U, R prime, U prime, and it's solved. Here's another white corner. Bring it in between blue and red, like this. Here's blue, here's red, and do R, U, R prime, U prime. It's not solved. Still not solved. Still not solved. Still not solved. And it's solved. So it took 5 times. Now here's the last one. Bring it between red and green. Here's red, here's green. It's already in between red and green. And now hold it like this and do the algorithm. Not solved. Not solved. Still not solved. Still not solved. And it's solved. Here's one weird case you might get. You are not done with the first layer, but there are no white corners on the top layer. That is because the white corners are already on the bottom layer, like this. They are just not solved. To solve them, you need to first take them out of the bottom layer and put them in the top layer. To do this, hold the corner you need to take out, like this, and do the algorithm I already showed you. R, U, R prime, U prime. Just do it once. That will take the corner out. Now you just solve it normally. So green and red, here's green, here's red. It's already in between them. Hold it like this and do R, U, R prime, U prime, and it's solved. At this point, you should have one solid white face completed. You should also have all of these side stickers matching, and also matching with their centerpieces. If you have completed this, then you are finished with part 1 of this tutorial. You can now proceed to part 2. If not, feel free to re-watch this tutorial until you are able to complete one layer.